Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. So the D-line's going to spread out. The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick it.
Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 58 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's 2nd down. And what about this offense, Charles? Specifically, what about Jonathan Stewart?
He makes sure everything goes. Put the ball in his chest and watch him run. Can run with power inside, but has enough speed that when he gets outside, he can cause a lot of trouble.
They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense, a crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this, such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that nature. But we have seen where teams have not recovered from it. Remember the Rams? They got to a Super Bowl, got beat by the Patriots, didn't get back there again. The Broncos in 2013, number 1 offense, number 1 scoring offense. They didn't get back in 2014, but they did in 2015, so you can recover from it. Okay, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. 3rd straight year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he's a building block that they can go ahead and get back to form starting in 2017.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Dixon, 27 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
When Shaq Thompson declared for the draft, I said he should be a running back in the NFL. He said no way, he'd rather hit people as a linebacker.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They'll come out in the pistol. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Ryan looking for someone to throw to. Being chased out left. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They run. Devontae Freeman. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On second down, they run with Stewart. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. And the numbers down a bit from their Super Bowl year this season for Jonathan Stewart. Did have some injuries. He finished with 824 yards. 9 touchdowns, though. Good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there, and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. That's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does, because he runs inside a lot and takes on those linebackers. But they're going to work on Jonathan Stewart in the offseason, get him healthy, and have him back ready to go for next season.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw, Newton. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He's going to let this one go deep. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Freeman, the lone man, in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
There's Newton. And a little floater there is incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and it's third down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screens. Screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Ryan now off the bootleg. He goes, and that's a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Another pistol look here. So with that, we come upon the 2-minute warning here on the NFL on EA Sports. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
To throw is Ryan. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 79 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get...
There goes Jonathan Stewart. He's at the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Following the touchdown here to kick it away. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat, and he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From from the red zone now. Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Whitaker, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Ryan from his end zone on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. the Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. But Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 39 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tyson Jackson. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Ryan to throw. The left side completion to Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 79 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Johnson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now it's Ryan. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And it is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give it.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. That'll bring up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
7 yards remain now on third down. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yep. And now here is another interception picked off by Robert Alford, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it. All those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them. And
this is caught inside the 15. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 46 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So 2nd and 10 here. Ryan wants to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 2nd down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out. Facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel sorry.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Now the ball comes loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a Carolina first. On first down, Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Brown, 40 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. A strong running. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.